All right, so I figured that I created my Venus and Aquarius video like this, without the use of my camera, that is. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So here we go, on to the next one. Venus in Pisces. Venus in Pisces, above all of the other Venus signs, definitely easily said, is one of the most gentle and fragile Venus signs that you can find. Venus in Pisces, or Pisces, I guess you could say, ruling over the 12th house of kind of your subconscious and dreams and essentially your undoing, quote unquote, some would say. Venus in Pisces loves in a way that is very, very idealistic. Very much so all about kind of what could be. Venus in Pisces, much like Venus in Scorpio in a sense, would be one of the signs most likely to believe kind of in this soulmate style love. A lot of Venus in Pisces that I have talked to, although maybe potentially not openly because I haven't drilled them about it, but very, very sure about this one regardless, have some sort of kind of idealistic view of what love is inside of their head and kind of what it would be like to meet or obtain this ideal love. Love is a very dreamy thing, very similar to kind of having potentially Neptune in aspect to Venus. There's definitely the ability to kind of get yourself hurt in love, simply due to the fact that you might not want to see things clearly within that area. Wherever you have Pisces in general in your chart is where you're going to be more likely to kind of potentially be deceived or potentially give more than you are given in return. And I guess you could say, in all, more likely to wear rose-colored glasses in love, to not necessarily see things for what they are, and to kind of gravitate more towards seeing things for how you want them to be. Maybe this is due to me being a Pisces myself, but I will never kind of sit there and tell a Venus in Pisces that whatever idealistic view it is that they have of love isn't real. Because I do strongly believe kind of in that utopian Neptunian dream, I guess you could say. I do think that it is possible to obtain that love. But I do think it's really important to, as well, kind of to be able to decipher what's real and what isn't in order to keep yourself grounded in reality. Actually, more so than being a Pisces, that might be my Neptune conjunct Saturn aspect of my chart. Very realistic, kind of in my unrealisticness, I guess you could say. It's been kind of interesting to me to talk to a lot of Venus and Pisces because I've actually noticed there's this common link kind of where Venus and Pisces isn't attracted to other Piscean types. And that's been in both women and men that I've noticed that. So I don't know if it's just that these people have had some sort of horrible experience with a fish and they're kind of running in the opposite direction now, or if it's just maybe too Neptunian dream world for them to kind of be in a relationship with another Pisces. But normally my sun kind of conjuncts these people's personal planets, or their Venus, sorry. So what they're kind of willing to give kind of lovingly is something that definitely feels right to me, I guess you could say. But definitely Venus and Pisces, above all signs, has the most idealistic view of love in general. Love isn't Venusian in like a Taurine or even Libra-like manner where you're thinking about partnership or you're thinking about all things Venus related in regards to beauty and lavish goods and kind of this longevity, rich mindset that kind of craves security and monetary kind of fulfillment. Venus and Pisces, they just love. These people love with everything in them, every core of their being. It's very, very sweet. And again, very idealistic, very, this is what love should be like. With that being said, Venus is also exalted in Pisces. So, although these guys really can kind of have to go through some trials and tribulations in love due to the fact that they are looking for this ideal, their kind of hope and their kind of idealism in general, I guess you could say, really is aiding them in regards to love. more likely than some other Venus signs to give their partner another shot, both good and bad, kind of within that area. Venus in Pisces is more willing to forgive and forget, is more willing to kind of accept people's flaws in kind of favor of saving the ideal. And due to that, that might, well, not due to that, but that might be part of the reason as to why they are exalted. When you take Neptunian or Piscean energy and you kind of filter it through the lens of Venus, you are finding love that is almost perfect in a sense. Um, but again, due to this, due to the fact that Venus and Pisces do kind of express love in a way that is very, very ideal, very Neptunian, very dream world like, they can often get themselves hurt very badly as well until they find that love for themselves. And again, I will not be the astrologer to sit here and kind of ruin hopes and dreams and say that it's not possible, because I believe that anything is possible. And I believe that above any other placement or Venus sign, Pisces Venuses definitely have the ability to find that simply because they believe in it. I have only been in a relationship with a few Venus and Pisces, and it was both at the hands of Aries suns. And it was kind of interesting, kind of being filtered through them, because Aries in general as a sign is very, very feisty. And you're only going to see Venus and Pisces in Aries, other Pisces suns with Venus and Pisces. What other ones? People with their sun in Aquarius, people with their sun in Capricorn, and people with their sun in Taurus. So, I mean, that's a decent number of, I guess, signs. You've got some earth, you've got some air, you've got some fellow water. Pisces with Venus and Pisces, my God. Uh, that's a lot of sensitivity going on there. But the Aries are a little bit funny to me, simply because they act like these big warrior badasses. Yet, when it comes to love, they have this like extremely soft side to them, especially with men, because with the Venus sign, you can more so see Venus kind of filtered out in what a man is attracted to in a woman. So men with Aries suns and Venus and Pisces are just kind of funny to see, because they're these quarrelsome kind of Mars heavy battlers, yet in love they're looking for this very sensitive match for kind of their aggressive nature. But then obviously it's very different too. Aquarius is with Venus and Pisces, that gives them definitely a soft side from their kind of detached nature. I almost feel like it's kind of a gift to them, because they do remain fairly detached in life. So when an Aquarius sun has Venus in Pisces, it gives them this definite soft side behind closed doors in a sense. And you have to remember as well, with Venus in Pisces, there is this kind of behind closed doors love, due to Pisces ruling over the 12th house. Pisces as a Venus sign is very hidden in a sense, maybe largely due to the fact that their love style is indeed very Neptunian, very Piscean, very soft and gentle and kind of dreamy. So there's a lot of kind of subconscious kind of traveling going on within the loving process for them. But also, it's just they're more likely to kind of love the ideal, to love the vision of somebody. And sometimes simply just kind of dreaming is enough for them in certain circumstances in relation to love. Um, they are able to kind of see what could be as opposed to what is on occasion. And that can be their downfall, but it can also kind of keep them going through tough times as well. Giving a sign like a Capricorn sun, Venus and Pisces, is really funny, because Capricorns are so stoic and so tough, but not, they're tough in an earthy way. They're not tough like Aries where they're going to battle people. But there's that coldness kind of associated with Capricorn and Saturn energy. So for them to have Venus and Pisces, you're going to see kind of this stoic statue that's able to crumble kind of in the hands of love. So yeah, Venus and Pisces in general, added to any Venus sign, especially the ones that I just named off, it does give them kind of this nice bite of kind of spiritualism in relation to love, I guess you could say. There's that need for idealism. There's that need for soulmate style love. There's the ability to forgive and forget, and sometimes even martyr yourself in the name of love, in the name of kind of the grand vision of what love is. And Venus in Pisces, you probably, if you fall in love with a Venus in Pisces, you will never find somebody that loves you like that Venus in Pisces. Their love is something that is genuine. It's special. It's unconditional. That's something that I've always said about Neptunian energy in general, and Venus and Pisces, that's especially true. You want unconditional love, go for a Venus in Pisces. Pisces in general will kind of embody those traits. They're more likely to kind of give you that. But Venus and Pisces, definitely even more so true. And don't hurt them, because if you hurt them, you really are a piece of shit. I just have to add that in just for my Venus and Pisces, because I want to keep you guys a little bit safe. But seriously, wonderful Venus signs. So yeah, this is the ending of my Venus series. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be nice to those Venus and Pisces out there.